They thought I fell off. I was just in the cocoon. I didn't go ghost. I went in. Discipline over distraction. Value over validation. Welcome back to the Philosophy Show. This podcast is not for everybody. Some people are cool with where they are, and that's fine. But this one, this episode, this era, it's for the ones who want more. I'm not saying you gotta think like me. I'm saying if you feel like there's something more out there for you, if where you at ain't where you wanna stay, then you might be right here with me. See, the hardest thing for me lately has been being around people who don't want to grow. Not even spiritually, just mentally, emotionally, financially. I get bored quick. Not because I'm ungrateful, but because I know I've tasted purpose and I want more of it. So I'm picking my pleasures wisely. I've pulled back drastically. I ain't smoking every day no more. I ain't drinking just to pass time. Nah, if I do it now, it's a celebration, not an escape. I might go 3 months clean, locked in, then loosen up for a weekend. But I'm done making habits out of distractions. I'm at the halfway mark in life, and I've decided I want to live the way I want to live for the rest of my life, starting now. What I've learned in this cocoon stage is that tomorrow don't even exist yet. Yesterday, gone. So really, it's all about today. And the question becomes, what kind of moments are you creating while you're here in this wild, beautiful simulation they call Earth? What will you make out this moment? 'Cause that's the only thing real. This moment. And the question becomes, what kind
Oh, yeah. What's up, y'all, man? It's been a long time since I've been back at the Philosophy Show, man. I welcome y'all to the new season of the Philosophy Show. You're here with your host, the Don. I'm waiting on Daddy Rich to get in, but until then, man, I can do some catching up with y'all. Okay, I be doing everything, so I be wanting to make sure that the sound is going, and the sound is sounding excellent. The sound is sounding. You get what I'm saying, man? I'm just so happy to be back. I want to dive in. I got a nice show set up for y'all, man. So I'm not gonna get it started till my peoples get here. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna be talking about while I'm waiting on him, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all about my trips to the NYC, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Got it in. Also hit Dallas. Shout out to Jay Waiters. He showed me a great time out there at the North Cabaret, the strip club. Make sure y'all hit that when y'all hit the big Triple D. Shout out to S&G, Shay, and Jeff from Connecting the Dots. They gave me a dope interview. If y'all haven't checked them out, go check them out on Facebook. Shout out to Kid Cashman for Text Expose. That was definitely a good time. I know y'all done seen the reels spotting around Facebook and on Instagram. Make sure y'all go check that out, man. Nothing but love. In NYC, man, shout out to Woo Fam, 12 Tribe Music, all of them that at that Mr. Full Moon production party. What's going on, Daddy Rich? How you feeling, man?
Good, really good.
Yeah, I had to get it started, man.
Yes,
They've been missing us.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get it set up on in here, man. There we go. All right, what's up, Daddy Rich, bro?
Man, feel good to be back, man.
I know, man. We got a lot of catching up to do before we
Yes,
hop
sir.
into the subject, bro. But
Yes, sir.
let me make sure you sound good. Where we at? Turn that back on. But we had the dropping. You know, today we premiering on the second season of the Philosophy Show. Remember when? It was premiered on Mother's Day, but technical difficulties was happening here. Man, I didn't have internet for 2 weeks straight since I was back. So, but okay, I think we. My apologize, y'all. I'm making sure the sounding good. I believe we on point, but it's crazy, man. After them 2 weeks, so basically, it was a month. Well, we ain't did a podcast in like a month, cause I was gone 2 weeks in a row. I hit NY, I hit Dallas after that, and then when I got back, the internet was off, and then it was a storm the week after, which knocked out the power. So when I get, first of all, I'm gonna say the good stuff, man. But when I NYC and the Dallas trip was something that was needed. You get what I'm saying? It was it was shout out to Wu Fam. Shout out to BGN, shout out to Senior G. I finally got to see Senior G in person.
Oh, man.
Him and Aaron Boogie. I didn't get to see MJ. She didn't even know I was coming down. That was my bag on communication, man. I don't know. I don't know. I should have definitely hollered at her, but I know she was in New Jersey. I don't think she was in New York, but I think they kind of close. I could have made it happen. I don't know. But just getting there, and I took I was only there for 2 days. I got there Friday, then I left Sunday. So Friday, I got there, I don't know, I got there about whatever time I got there, I shot out to Harlem. You know what I'm saying? I was straight walking down the streets of Harlem, bro. Like, it looked like, for some reason, wherever I was at, it looked like the Bill Cosby, because I kept saying on my live, I'm like, man, this look like where Bill Cosby, because you know how you normally see they front, you see the front door on the commercial. I mean, not on the commercial, on the intro or something, or when they shooting something, you will see the front doors. That's what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's what it reminded me of. But it was hood, bro. Like hood. Like, so hood, it was like I was at home. Felt very comfortable, bro. The show was tight. The Wu Fam, man, all the people that was there. Sonny Seizure, I believe that's his name, dude, that was from the Onyx, who was original member from the Onyx, was there, Sonny Seizure. He ripped the microphone. It was a couple other people, man, that was up in there. Hood Priest. Killer Priest. Yeah, he ripped that motherfucker, man.
Oh, wow.
It was a vibe in there, bro, and it was much needed. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? But overall, bro, that I hit Central Park. Walked through there, you know what I'm saying? I stayed in Manhattan. I got pictures on my Facebook showing the Gucci store, the Louis Vuitton store that's made like a Louis Vuitton. It looked like a big ass Louis Vuitton purse. I'm like, wow. I mean,
That's
it was
dope.
Yeah, it was dope, man. This was dope experience. And Dallas, I spent for my birthday. I say this, I got the best of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? As far as where I was there, I had a great time. Only thing I didn't get the best of was engineering part. But I ain't gonna speak on that. out loud. Jay Waiters know the deal. But everything else was great. You know what I'm saying? Birthday, I got a massage there, a strip club. I drank, I smoked, all that shit. Everything.
Wow.
The interviews was hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing but love there, bro. Just a good way to bring in my birthday. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
what's up.
that was pretty dope. Then when I came home, we had the tourist bash. So that was dope.
That was a lot of fun there, bro.
Yeah.
Man, just the high energy in the place of the people who came out, man.
Yeah.
That's what makes it all worth it. You know what I'm saying? A whole room full of like-minded individuals there for the come and go of just kicking it, you know, and enjoying the moment, man. I can't ask for much more, man. I really enjoyed that Taurus bash.
Man, it's been a beautiful. Shout out to Ernestine. Shout out to BB Sports Boy, Tilla. The cook, she was cooking, man, and I swear, bro, she can cook. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did I get the pizza that night, or was that another night we had the pizza? Did she cook pizza that night?
Yeah, I think I got the pizza too.
Yeah, her fried rice, her pizza. Shout out to Ernestine. Shout out to BB's. Shout out to the cook who be there too. He be hooking that chicken up. You know what I'm saying? And the fish.
Definitely.
Yeah. So they was straight ask me when we was there the last time. Like when we got the next one, I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm focused on this Yours Awards that's coming up because it's gonna be something totally out. They ain't gonna be ready for this one. Yeah, they ain't gonna be ready for this one. That's why I'm being very, very quiet and strategic on this one, because when you steal it, I want them to know that you stole it from me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
You.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. We on something totally different. But I also, man, was coming out of, so May ended my cocoon cycle because I was inward, man. So I was just pretty much focused on myself. And coming out in May was me coming back, easing out. You know what I'm saying? Drinking, smoking, seeing where my mind gonna be at when I do it, blah, 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 all of that. And plus you need a release, man. People, you know, if you don't know your dark side, then you don't know your whole self.
Don't leave that part out.
You can't leave that part out.
No matter how small it may be to you or seen, don't leave that part out.
Don't leave it out, because it's part of you, man. And, I just had a good time, man. What else? If y'all haven't checked out the Roku channel, man, make sure y'all check out People Choice TV. They got a lot of good shit on there. We just did a script. The podcast game is doing numbers on there. Make sure y'all go check that out. People Choice TV on Roku.
Yeah.
All right. Well, man, since we starting the new season, man, is there anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. Carvon Jefferson and Miss Helen Banks.
Yes.
Congratulations on your graduation, man. Go forth, young king, and be great. And shout out to all the graduates. You know what I'm saying? No matter what grade or what age, you know, shout out to y'all, man. Keep going.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Let me give another applause for that. Since we got the shake up, man, I'm before we hop in it, because I know you probably gotta, we gonna start off with your straight out the book. So go ahead and you check out what you got. But before we go to that, man, since we have not been here, I want to send a dope shout out to the director Glass for shooting this video.
Shout out to Glass,
man. Shout out to Big
Harry,
Dog.
Big Dog.
Yeah, you know, Um, linking with these brothers, linking up with with Harry. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. He brought a legendary individual into the studio, and then he reached out to me on this note. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to be very happy. I'm very happy and want to be very respectful to letting you know how much I appreciate it. And I know we got some big things in the works in the future, but I thank you for this one because this right here is a classic. And what I'm saying is to every hip hop head in St. Louis on out, because we talking to St. Louis right now because we taking it nationwide, and I already know they gonna feel it, and they don't even probably know what we talking about in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they gonna feel it just because of the energy and the wordplay. You know what I'm saying? But being here in St. Louis, this is the one. And y'all better recognize it, because if you don't, we gonna make you recognize it.
Congratulations to them for graduating too, man.
Oh man,
Harry the Big Dog and Glass, they
yeah.
graduated too, man.
Congratulations to you, fellas. I know
Appreciate
y'all
everything
we got
y'all did, man. Straight up.
Yes, sir. So here's the premiere on the Philosophy Show. Remember when? By my
World
people.
premiere.
World premiere, baby.
Yeah. Stars steady falling, destiny calling. Remember the falling, remember the falling. Stars steady falling, destiny calling. Remember the falling, remember the falling.
I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. Politicking with a chicken, that was the mission. Relaxing, just sipping, no policy hidden. Burdens were few, see cats with the kittens. When laws came around, then niggas got missing. It was ciphers going down, we parking lot pimping. Cars rolling up, drop the windows that's tinted. Daps and hugs, show mutual feelings. MCs all around, it was stiff competition. We progress, this hip-hop agenda. Those without bars, we return to sender. Nights at High Point, I clearly remember. Shout out to Luke Mine and DJ Finster. The culture took form, it looked like a blender. Patients were patronized, consumed by the splendor. Euphoric was the scene, everyone was contenders. When giants fell down, it kinda sound like timber. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember chicken wing cookouts, needing no lookouts, food stamps. I was scared to pull the book out. DJ spinning, speakers still hitting. Old school cars with the souped up engine. Cardinal Glennon, chrome rim spinning. Clark Wallabies with your favorite linen. Hugging the block was usual things. And 2 for 15, I'm trying to get that cream. Before slime balls was slick and backdoor tricks. Someone deep in the game and shit got thick. I chose to leave it in the game and switch my fix. Now I'm still here writing these hits. Hip hop is the shit. As I state my claim, by time these niggas notice the name, I'm daddy rich. I brought it back to the state, just hoping that these cats can relate. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs. I remember when it wasn't about hoes and thugs. Let's go back to the days when we was showing some love. Cause my city bigger than guns and drugs, and my city's bigger than shootings at clubs.
Y'all already know what time it is. This next segment is for the soul. It's time for Straight Out the Book with my brother Daddy Rich. I don't know what scripture or passage he bringing today, but I know it's going to be a relevant one. So go ahead, bro. Bless the mic. Bless the mic.
Yeah, we here. This segment is called Straight Out the Book. I'm your man, Daddy Rich, and we are the council, and this is the Philosophy.
Yeah.
Today I have Job 13, verse 15, and it reads as thus. To anyone who lost or experienced loss during the tragic storms, this one's for you. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain mine own ways before him. Once again, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain mine own ways before him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let me get this real quick. All right. Hey, I'm working.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, bro, I know my first question was what made you choose that scripture today, but you said it was for the people in the storm, and my prayers and condolences goes out to the people that's displaced in the last storm, man. That was crazy how it came down, and I was thinking it wasn't. I don't know. Do we get a lot of tornadoes in the city, or is it? It normally don't hit the city. So I'm thinking I know we done got bad storms where it messed up the city, but a straight tornado, man.
That tornado, man, it was so eye-opening, bro. It was here and it was gone in a matter of minutes. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to everybody who's been helping with the cleanups. Anybody who donated, whether it was time or money, you know, and these people who were survivors, as I want to say, of the storm, not victims, because when we choose victim, we normally stay in the victim's mentality, but survivors of the storm. We praying with y'all, man. We interceding for y'all, man, and we stand with y'all
all day. And it's shout out to all the city workers, man, that's out there helping. I know people. This is the day of the troll, and I've been seeing a lot of negative talk and all that, man. It's really about the people that helps, not the people that don't help.
Real talk.
Everybody not gonna help. Everybody don't have the same heart. So harping on that is no point of it. Somebody put a stat out on Facebook saying that all the people who didn't vote for the people that's in right now are now asking for this and this and that. Well, that is normal. Regardless of who won, they supposed to govern everybody.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever help we're not getting or they not getting, we're all not going to get it when it all comes down. Except if you, of course, we know here, if you're rich or something like that and you got the fucking resources. But if you like most of us who sometimes need the government help, you're not going to get what you think, man. You know, and it's really about taking care of yourself and taking care of the community around you. That's why we actually do need each other. You know, we really do need each other.
Real talk, man.
And this proves that, you know. So all the jokes and all of that, I ain't even really been seeing the jokes because I kind of deleted all the lame people off my Facebook, so I don't see that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know it's jokes, some stuff I don't joke about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was I like that, man. What's the main takeaway for you in that verse? What's the main takeaway?
That verse, the part of even though I still would trust in him.
Yes, sir.
That's not circumstantial. You know what I'm saying? It's not left to circumstances such as, oh, but if I do good or bad, no, it's not an if. No matter what, I'ma still trust them.
All day. Yes, sir. All right, man. If somebody out there that never read that part before, what should they walk away with?
The biggest part is that word ain't circumstantial.
Talk to him.
It does not. It's not reserved for a color, a sex, a age. It does not contend on status.
All day.
Whether you have or have not, you can still trust in God.
Talk to him.
And that's their biggest takeaway should be. It's not circumstantial.
All day. That's what I'm talking about, man. Another straight out the book with Daddy Rich, man. Appreciate that. As always, that was right on time. Y'all make sure y'all sit with that, reflect on it, and let it feed you this week.
That's it.
Hey, that was straight out the book. Hey, let me do something real quick, and we finna go into our fee check-in.
Yeah. It's the council.
All right. Hope.
Check. Check. 1, 2.
All right. Teamwork make the dream work, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Man. Yeah.
So we got some new. We got a couple of new. It's kind of new segments how we come in. I got the fee check-in. So on the fee check-in, if you want your stuff promoted, holler at me. soldierbyblood@gmail.com. $50 to put you on the fee check-in. You're gonna see how it go. But also while we doing the fee check-in, I'm gonna be shouting out some people. You know what I'm saying? So if you wanna get a shout out, put it in the soldierbyblood@gmail.com email, and we'll get you on, man. But right now, we're going to the fee check-in.
Check in.
Yeah! All right, y'all. Shout out to People Choice TV.
Yeah.
Working Class Music, Big Vito Banger. What up, fam? Shout out to the whole Bowling Green. Shout out to the Collective, Sean Bowens, Vito Studio. Hey, happy birthday, MJ. Hip Hop Connects. Hey, best PR on the planet. Hey, shout out to Village Global Network. The mad scientist, Senior G.
Yeah.
What's up, Senior G? What's up, Mama Bird? Kimmy K. What's going on? Nothing but love. Hey, I gotta give a shout out to the Underground Show. LC Raz, what it do, fam? Oh yeah, the Triple D R&B. Jay Waiters. What's up with your fam? Yo, Wingman. Hey, Connecting the Dots podcast, S&G, Shay, and Jeff. What's up, man?
Shout out to y'all, man.
Should there be more checks and balances on executive trade decisions? Share your thoughts. You know my thoughts. Yes. And listen. I'm all for giving people a chance to do what they gotta do. But if it makes me have to pay $8, $5 for gas, $8 for eggs, $3,500 for an iPhone, I'm not willing to pay that. Don't try to wrap this up as patriotism when all you doing is stealing from the people. So I'm gonna go there with that. Not me. Yeah. That is a 35. Hey, hold on, bro. Yeah. Tune in to the Philosophy Show, baby. It's going down. We about to get on that Kendrick versus Drake. It's more than just what it been about a year. It's been a little over a year since they beat, man. Yeah, we gonna hop into it. Hold on, boom. Yeah. Finna go ahead and hop into the Kendrick versus Drake, K. Dot. We want to talk about, man, what happened to the culture after that, after the aftermath, man. I definitely feel like Kendrick solidly won this one. But what happened to hip hop? What did a change happen? Did it shift? What happened?
It had a moment of renewal.
Okay.
As far as and I hate to put it this way, but it's honest. Those golden era-ish artists and the new era artists, it was a moment of clarity. Like it was one of those pay homage moments to the golden era. That's what I was thinking, you know. And then locally, all hell broke loose. It was all types of cat fights online. That's how I see it,
right?
You know, like, but yeah.
Okay, so with that, do you think the industry elevated hip hop, or it showed the fractures, or exposed? What I understand that they pay homage, and that's the thing I like about the paying homage to the golden age was a young cat made it happen.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So, with that being said, I like with me, I don't think it didn't elevate it. You know what I'm saying? I think it, like you said, it gave a remembrance of what hip hop used to be and what it should always be about.
Yeah.
But I don't think it followed. I don't think I think it still needs to be genres.
Man, I'm you know, I agree 100% with that, man. You know, and hopefully somebody is hearing us when it should be subgenres.
Yeah.
You know, and that way I think what should be understood about it will automatically correct itself if you had subgenres.
Yeah, okay. So basically it's almost like separating that so hip hop could be preserved.
And you can have several deserved GOAT conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the GOAT conversation now, if as a whole, if hip hop stays the way it is without the subgenres, it's a generational GOAT conversation. All depends on what generation you from, who you view as your GOAT. But if it gets broke up into like the subgenres, you have valid GOAT conversations in those subgenres.
Okay. I need to give a. So if we talking to give an example, trap rap, would that be a subgenre of hip hop?
Yeah.
So you will have a trap rap GOAT, because a lot of the trap rap GOATs are not mentioned in the GOATs.
The GOAT conversation
at all.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But are well deserving of that conversation.
Yeah.
You know, and this ain't even, this ain't one of my favorite genres, but drill.
Yeah.
Now you have to bring in a Chief Keef, a King Von, a Lil Durk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you can't forget your boy. What's my boy? Is it Big Boogie and Mo 3 and them?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the conversations will be valid, I believe, for those GOAT conversations if there were subgenres. I believe it's time. I believe that alone will show more growth in hip hop. If you like, okay, now it's time for a subgenre. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I think it'll show a lot of growth.
It is so. You think it's okay for me to say the new hip hop, or you know, the new hip hop audience? Is it still? Do they still want lyricism, or is it about gossip and that type of stuff? Is it still wrapped around lyricism with a good message in it, or is it just about gossip and personality?
I believe this new age hip hop music. They always talking about the relatability. A lot of them are offsprings of after that crack era. So the relatability for them is more on their generation struggles. So if you're not tapping into their generation struggles, I think that's where the disconnect is coming.
Okay.
Because if you really don't understand their generation struggles, you're going to talk from a place of your generation struggles, which is making you automatically at times unrelatable if those different generations don't have shared struggles.
Yeah.
So that's why I think the relatability is missing. Their relatability is more about their generation struggles.
So you think the lyrics still there?
I think it's a chance for
Okay. Is there anybody you know out now that got lyrics compared to a Jay-Z nowadays? I'm pretty sure we can say J. Cole, Kendrick. Are them the only ones? Is anyone younger than them showing bars?
That I can connect with. It's because it's a lot of their generation artists that I don't even know. You know, but
So I'm thinking J. Cole and Kendrick is the closest we need to know. If we don't know you, where you at?
yeah, because they were big on Mo 3s and Kodaks.
It's who, them two?
Their generation of relatability was big on like the Mo 3s and the Kodak. But I'm with you. I'm more of Cole and Kendrick
Okay.
to be the closest representative from where I view it at. You know, my POV.
Oh, man.
But that would be a nice maybe discussion to have with a couple of their generational.
Yeah, who got the bars?
Yeah,
Did we
really
consider
got the
T.I.
ball?
got bars?
I always thought T.I. had balls.
Okay.
You know, wordplay, bars, you know, and like you said, if you had a trap sub genre,
He'll be up in there.
he's the trap goat.
Okay.
You know, the him and the Jeezys.
Yeah, because
You
I was
know
finna
what
say
I'm
Gucci
saying?
man pretty
Gucci,
slick.
yeah.
Hey, I can't two man motherfuckers
2
be
Chainz?
2 Chainz
Hey.
got bars, bro.
Never sleep on Gucci.
2 Chainz got bars,
Hey,
bro.
And the weirdest person put me up on 2 Chainz, bro. Tiago put me up on 2 Chainz.
Okay.
I'm like, you know, I'm thinking from a younger guy coming up.
You know he our age though. He older than
but
us.
yeah,
He
but
just came out with the
this
young
ain't-
guys.
this ain't the music that he normally would put me up on. That's why I was like, wait a minute, let me.
Oh yeah.
Tiago done put me up on a lot, like currency.
Okay.
2 Chainz currency. You know,
Yeah, them two.
they
But
would've got
but the
past
bars
it.
are his bars be
Yeah,
slick,
2
bro.
Chainz.
He got
2 Chainz
bars,
got it. 2
and
Chainz
he
got
tried. That's what he do.
This different from what was it? Duffel Bag Boys right
Oh,
before
yeah.
then, Titty Boy.
And
The
he
2
hit some
Chainz
shit on
now
there though.
is different to me.
yeah,
feels
yeah.
different from that mode.
It is.
you know?
It is.
It's hey man,
He got
never
bars,
sleep
bro.
on 2 Chainz.
And the thing about it, when people, one of the things I love about 2 Chainz, older guy in a younger game. You get what I'm saying? Older guy in a younger game, and maintained it,
And well respected on
both sides,
yeah.
and got paper.
2 Chainz, 2 Chainz might be the blend
Shoo.
in the middle of that, which we talk about our generation and their generation. I think 2 Chainz is that fine line blend of all that, man.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody else done it as well as 2 Chainz.
I say, yeah, no, you right. I was finna say Snoop Dogg, but Snoop Dogg was young. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of the young in the old game. He was the opposite.
Exactly.
He was the opposite.
If it was a line, 2 Chainz would be on it.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say 2 Chainz bridged the gap
Yeah. Come
between
on, man.
those generations, ours, theirs?
Atlanta, man.
Man,
Yeah.
if it would have come from anywhere, I would have thought it would have come from Atlanta.
Atlanta. That's why I say,
True.
man, everything helped out, but it's Atlanta did a lot, did some good, and I believe some bad to the music, but I mean the good is tremendous. You know what I'm saying? They come out with nothing but hits out of there. It's Motown of hip hop is Atlanta.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Motown of the South, man.
Motown of the
Yeah.
South, bro. With the Kendrick and the only reason I'm going over this because it's a year from it now. You know what I'm saying? Now we can talk about it in more depth. We see what happened. It seems like Drake is gone from hip hop. To me, I ain't heard no new nothing from him. I heard of some new stuff, but I haven't heard it. I haven't heard nobody
Like it was
before. Yeah.
Battle of Beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh man, you couldn't go nowhere without hearing Drake,
Yeah.
seeing it, them talking about it. Now it's like,
Yeah, he kind of, I don't know if he was ready to step out of that because it got to be hard faking. You know what I'm saying? You around, and maybe it ain't. I don't know. I ain't been in that situation, but I would think it would be hard to fake. You know what I'm saying? Like you this, you that. You got to be looking like this, but it could be something you want. But whatever happened, bro, it happened.
it happened.
Whatever you thought you was doing on dissing Kendrick, you got what you was gonna get.
Yeah,
Cause that was
buddy.
crazy.
Yeah, it got ugly.
Yeah, you stumbled into a wasp hornet's nest.
Hey, that's exactly the picture I had in my head. Like, man, he ran up on me.
The wrong one.
Man,
The right one.
yeah.
If you
He
wanted
picked the
this,
right and the wrong one.
yeah. If you wanted this, and you wanted this to be history, you picked the right guy.
Oh yeah, you definitely made history.
Yeah. So it's just, if I were you, I mean, you were getting stalled out. You were getting stalled. They didn't treat you like no fucking the Vanilla Ice. They didn't treat you like him. You know what I'm saying? Like they was fucking with you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They was
Heavy.
messing with him heavy.
You couldn't tell them nothing about Drake.
Man, and I think that really got to his head when he started trying to aim at. You need to pay homage You know, I started going back listening to his lyrics when they was beefing, and I always thought this when he first started. Who are you talking about? Who are you? You ain't. The first big song to me he got on was the one with Eminem, Lil Wayne, and Kanye. And what did he say when he first got on there?
Eminem.
Well, he started talking about he was the greatest. And you on there with these three? Who wrote your stuff? That's not what you... I get...
Yeah, somebody set him up if they wrote it.
Dog, I'm straight listening to it. And people was rocking to it. And all I'm hearing is Lil Wayne. Because that's all... That's why Lil Wayne had to stop rapping. Dude, how many times you gonna say you the greatest in the fucking song? When I be hearing people say that, and that's all you rapping about, how many times you gonna say that? Like, how long is that gonna be true, bro?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you are. Right. So... When I was here, I'm like, yeah, I think a lot of your ghostwriters set you, especially this last beef, bro. I don't care if you got ghostwriters, now it's time for your ghostwriters to ghost. Like, it's time for them to start ghostwriting for real.
Like, for real.
Seriously, because it ain't you can't stop and try to write your own stuff now. It's not going to work, bro. It's not going to work.
It ain't going to even sound the same.
No. It's time for you to get into your ghostwriting bag in this.
Say, hey, y'all got that money from the last hit. Now it's time to...
Get me up out of here. Because this guy ain't finna stop.
Hey,
you hear me?
Yeah, it's time to defend that. Man.
And they now you're suing people.
Man, it just seems he was... banking on everybody who was a fan of him and him having so many fans that it was just gonna wash out what really matters.
Yeah.
You know, like
just like an idiot.
Man, he miscalculated.
Yeah.
And he probably should have J. Cole and just
yeah, I'm my bad.
My brother.
Right.
Yeah, man, this you know, and it probably would have kind of saved face for him.
Yes, it would have, bro.
But man,
it would have for me.
Stand there and like in front of that on the other side of that gun line boss.
The gun line boss. Come on, bro.
That wasn't smart.
It
hey,
wasn't.
Man, fire your PR.
Fire your manager.
They should have told you.
Fire your team.
No, this ain't what we doing. We riding this into the wave. Stop.
And hip hop is one of the money making is. Yeah, bro, stop it.
He had it, man.
Y'all could have ended that and got it on a song together.
Man.
And that would have made big money.
So I'm starting to think like you, man. Somebody set him up. Somebody didn't give him the right advice.
You heard about what's the black dude who played Dolomite on is that Dolomite on the cartoon? Something Michael something. I forgot his name. I'm gonna look it up. But Steven Seagal. He be doing them little fake fights and fake fight movies, and you know he doing fake shit, and then he gets stunt double to do the hard shit, right?
Yeah.
Dude wanted him, so they was setting him up. This dude I'm talking about, the dude I'm talking about. Hey, let me go ahead and look him up real quick, cause it ain't. I want you to know who this guy is, so you can know. Where is that? Where he at? Not Eddie Murphy, man. Dolomite the cartoon. If I'm even talking about Dolomite, not Dolomite. Who is the dude who do the karate but be joking all the goddamn time? That is Dolomite, ain't it? But it's another real dude. What the fuck is
Black
this?
Dynamite?
Black Dynamite. Is that what it is?
The dude with the kind of like the Boondocks?
Yes,
Black
that dude,
Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. Who play him?
Oh.
Michael something, not Michael B. Jordan.
Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White, yes, Michael Jai White. So you know he do martial arts for real. So they was going to get him this movie script, and they like, hey, if you hurt him, they say hit him for real, and if we hurt him, we can finish with the stunt double. You know what I'm saying? He like, all right, you know, he ain't trying to just hurt him, and he was like, so he sensed that they wanted him to hurt him, so he went to the director, and he said the director came to him and was like, yes, if you can knock a tooth out or something, then we can get the extra to finish. We don't need him to finish the track. We're gonna keep your scene to the last scene, and if you hit him for real and knock out a tooth, he was like, man, I ain't finna. You know what I'm saying? He like, I ain't trying to beat him up, because you know he don't like Steven Seagal. He thinks Steven Seagal full of shit, which he is. You know what I'm saying? But they tried to get him, but that's what I think happened to fucking Drake. All that yappity. And if you peep him on interviews, you can tell he didn't like Kendrick. He the things he'll say would be like, cause listen, me and you are artists. You know what I'm saying? And we are in the same genre. If I'm sitting here like saying things like this about your music, well, his music ain't memorable. He's only a moment rapper. What's the first verse of this? What do we say on this? And you know, he like that on interviews.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Or one time he was like, I think when Kendrick did the 2013 BET Awards, and he did that freestyle, and he was like, well, I don't know if it was 2013. Whenever he was on there and did that freestyle,
In the cipher.
yeah, in the cipher, somebody asked him about that, and he was like, well, when he saw me, it wasn't like that. All I'm saying is, if it's like that, keep the same energy. And it's like, bro, you don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we done figured out that rap ain't what rap is. There's some people about it, but you know them the ones that's actually going to jail. You know what I'm saying?
He's going to jail.
Yeah, these are real motherfuckers that's going to jail. So if you not that, we know you not that. And then K-Dot already explained what he on. He ain't trying to beef with you, bro. He'll rip your ass up in some lyrics. But when it comes to banging, we all know that that's not what this is. So if we do see each other, we know it ain't no smoke, niggas. Y'all worse. Y'all softer than Michael Jackson and Prince when they had beef. You get what I'm saying? So, nah. Y'all gonna see each other and then write a record about each other. That's what it was always about.
Yeah.
So when he was saying, I'm just like, yeah, you don't like him for real. You don't like him because why you tripping off his music like that? If his music ain't like that, why you tripping off of it? If it ain't fucking with your money, because that's what you pretty much in it for.
True.
Why is you talking about his music like that?
So this is getting personal.
Yeah, it was getting personal. So, I think that Drake got out of his body and forgot that he was more of a R&B individual and more of an actor than an actual rapper, hip hop artist for real. You are more,
Pop, my nigga.
yeah, because you couldn't take it, bro. I give your first two diss tracks was all right. I will say they were all right. They wasn't Kendrick's. Every last one of Kendrick's hit the point. And he made more than What was it, 7?
Man,
8?
He made multiple. he ran up EP
On them. And all of them was different.
Hey,
That-
hey, you know what? I thought, what was that, 50 push-ups?
Oh.
I thought that was kind of slick.
It was. It was.
I thought it was going to be like, oh, okay, wait a minute.
That was
He won't smoke.
Yeah.
Like,
that was his last shot
man,
though.
woo.
He threw the gun right there. He thought it was
Yeah,
over.
man. I honestly thought the way he heard Kendrick coming, he's like, oh, wait, okay. I know y'all used to this, these club hits. I'm gonna get back to that, but if he throw another grenade like that,
Yeah.
this what I'm gonna have to do.
Right.
You know, I thought it was gonna be, a slight adjustment,
Nah.
and maybe the beat selections
For Kendrick,
for
for K Dot,
no for
Drake. My bad.
Yeah, I thought
Drake.
he was gonna switch. Like, okay, yeah, I understand with the club, everybody wanting to dance and sing and catchy, and
That's where
I
he
thought he was gonna-
losing.
but-
That's where you got lost.
he just said that was it. I was like, oh, you in trouble,
Yeah.
cause this man for real. Like, and then
Yeah.
you walked into this man's house and didn't
Whew.
take your shoes off.
Man, like seriously.
Like, what you expect to get?
You
like,
talk about
could you
this
imagine
gal.
you sitting here and a person you don't know walks up in here, but they really don't want nothing. The amount of furniture that's gonna be moved.
I was like, bro, this was
Man,
made.
you walked
For,
in the line of fire, bro.
it was made for motherfucking
Man.
TV, bro. Especially when they was mad because J. Cole stepped back like, dog, you need to take heed. Y'all be tripping when y'all
Man.
don't see signs right in your face.
He
It's-
knew, like, no,
You like,
not this one.
nah, I'm gonna sit this one out.
He say, now, Soulja Boy say something. I got you, man. Kendrick? Nah. He must not have understood where that was pretty much the form of music Kendrick made before he actually started making music. Like,
He didn't get it.
like
He was delusional.
he's really furthermore explaining the genre conversation.
Like, yeah, bro.
like it's okay over there.
Yeah, and people don't want to say Drake. To me, he followed the Lil Wayne scheme. Features, become the feature king. That's what Lil Wayne did. Different than a whole lot of other artists. That's what kind of made him the GOAT.
He was the feature monster.
Yeah, so you get on, if you did that, plus your ghostwriters was writing you some hard shit. It was some shit you was biting, but we know as hip-hop artists in hip-hop, you can't sit here and say that they didn't steal shit. You know what I'm saying? That's part of music, to be honest with you. But hip-hop definitely did it. Even the songs that they was rapping off of, they was taking them from other genres and putting it together and making tracks. So when people, that's that beat, that, man, you really can't. That's where it come from. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Drake stole some. Jay-Z did it too. You know what I'm saying? More people did it back in them days too. It was really more back then than now.
And then think about back then, they were dancing and MCing off the break beats. So this was already somebody else's,
Yes.
a form of somebody else's work.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But the way they did it,
It was their own. They made
you know
it
what
their
I'm saying?
own.
Yeah. It
And
was
that's-
more of an innovation thing going on. But yeah,
So,
true.
and
It's
I-
been built off of it.
it's been built off of it. Even the industry, the music industry, it's all been the same. You know what I'm saying? So with that, man, let's talk about record labels now. I know we hit it a few times, man, but is there really a record label now?
Looks like the internet is the new record label. It looks like everything is pretty much independent. You know, to a certain extent. Because I'm not saying who has the answer to nobody. I'm just saying as far as the classic way of record label and how it moves and how it's set up, that formula, it seems to be have died off.
So the big monster that we always cried about, that we had to, at least it was I say this, man, I don't know if that's good or bad because I don't know the new system yet. You know what I'm saying? And if I do, because I'm Master P now. What are they doing now? What, you know what I'm saying? Death Row. What are they doing now? Because Snoop Dogg got Death Row. You know what I'm saying? Stream. So if I wanted to think logically, I would think it's moving to more management and investment, and not necessarily units.
Yeah.
You know, and promotion is everything. It's like, okay, how people gonna hear your music if it's not being marketing and promoted worldwide? That's what a lot of people don't get. They think just because you put the stuff out on YouTube or you put it out on a platform that it's automatically gonna be found. It's not.
No way.
You know what I'm saying? So who are, like, you asking these bots to share your stuff? That's not bringing you no money.
Not at all, brother.
You know what I'm saying? So who are these top marketing individuals, or is it even that anymore? Even with our TV stations, we got so many apps where you can watch whatever the hell you want to watch.
True.
You
Those
know?
times of the big share, the big market, the big ideal, all these big companies and all that. It's like they done went from the front end to now trying to get in on the back end.
Where we was at.
Yeah,
It's like the
it done
underground.
flipped. Yeah, it's like it done flipped.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't do artist development no more. So you can kill that if you ain't financing developing yourself.
Yeah.
You might as well leave it alone. They not doing artist development no more. And even if they sign you, it's like you might be putting yourself in a worse situation now. That's how the artists and the independent scenes in the underground is viewing those big labels. Like, man, it's not even worth coming to you.
It's like giving you a loan on what you've been doing to make it successful. So you gotta prove with this money that you can get successful, instead of them having somebody there to push you in the right market. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
So it's like, what, as an artist, what are you looking for now?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Even with the distribution deal, you have to put some marketing behind it.
Yeah, you gotta have your own, everything established, such as what the record label used to do for you.
There you go.
Gotta already have that established.
Yeah.
You know, and what the funny part is you always got the guys that be on Facebook with them posts, man. Oh man, such and such and such and such. But then you monitoring the same information they giving and saying to yourself, okay, why ain't it worked for you yet? You ain't raking in no millions. You might be doing a little more than most.
Right.
But why ain't what the advice you giving worked for you yet?
Woo.
We didn't watch it work for the Nellies, the
Yep.
Lunatics, a couple others. You can even throw the Shminos and the Sexy Reds, those type of caliber. But the people who are giving the information, why ain't it worked for you? So
Yeah.
whether I make $1 or no dollar, whether you make 1,500 or 15,000, we still pretty much in the same boat if you ain't cracked $1 million ceiling.
I'm just saying.
Because last time I checked, 1,500 to 15,000 really ain't no money.
Nah, it's the same shit.
It just gives you the opportunity to say, well, I made more than you.
Right.
And that's the new crab in the bucket.
Yeah.
That's here.
Yeah.
I made more than you.
Like, come on, man.
Like, man, come on, man. That's chump change, bro. But all right, if that was your ceiling and you happy to make that chump change, then cool. I ain't a hater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the advice you giving that you should be following, if it's let's say law, as they try to make it, man, you should see some of these cats. It is hilarious, bro. And they further make me think back to some of the first conversations me and you had. It's some clown activity going on.
and the thing is, man, a lot of people are living off of the hope and not realistic. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, you can't listen. I remember when it was going around, oh, we can buy your DRTs and all of that. All that is if I play your song on my podcast 1 million goddamn times. Of course you gonna get those DRTs. But how much is that?
How much is it?
It's not a lot. You get what I'm saying? Now, if I was getting that played in 100 million other places and it's actually getting detected, because some people say they play your shit and it don't get detected. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And that's not always on your end. Some people just be lying. You get what I'm saying? Because unless you go to their show and you actually listen to it, then you know it's playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, our stuff is monetized, so I can go on there and look it up, and I can see how many times we played on the Underground show. You know what I'm saying? You can see these things. So, but when I say, is it paying me? No. You know what I'm saying? You get fractions of the money. Fractions. Over, I say this, I was on somebody else's record label, and I was looking at how much they was getting off my shit, and it was like over 5 years, it got up to like $15. And that's I didn't even make my money back from paying them to do it. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
This is not a bad thing. This is just reality.
Reality, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You have to see. Oh man, you hear people, man, they to talk about their music like it's making money, when you know, if you're in the position that everybody in, you can do your own distributing. You can look this up and you can look at what's being distributed. It's not that much, man. Unless you getting played in all 50 countries over 100,000 times in all that, then you might. I haven't seen it.
That registers.
That registers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say this: when it comes, hip hop is always teaching us new ways to make money. You know what I'm saying? The Jeezy era taught us, and that's why it is like it's right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to say this. For me, the Jeezy era taught me that I could actually make rap and do what I'm doing and make money. Because that's all we was doing back then was rapping and going to the clubs. That's and popping and you know
that was real.
that's what they doing. We actually are doing it. So it all comes together now since the acting been exposed because that's all Drake was. He was an actor. He came from acting. I remember. So that's why when he was rapping like he was rapping, I'm like, who the fuck? Oh, I forgot they write this shit. That's what I said. Oh, they wrote this shit. And I thought Lil Wayne was a smart motherfucker for signing him. Because he was popping as an actor. He knew he was doing his thing. But then, when he became an artist, I start kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why ain't they treating them like Vanilla Ice? You know what I'm saying? You the greatest?
He should have got the Vanilla Ice treatment.
Bro, you the greatest? Like, this is, he was been saying this. This not his, he wasn't just not saying he was, when he came in, he was talking like he was the greatest.
Man, that's what gas do to you.
I'm like,
gas get you high.
So, for all you artists out there, man, I wouldn't follow the Drake situation no more. I'm talking to the underground specifically too, man. Y'all need to stop with the foolishness. I mean, if you're not making no money off of what you're doing and it's bringing negative energy to you, you know, if you want to do that, that's fine. But my thing is, it's too many of y'all on some lame shit, and it's really sickening. I don't.
Super lame.
Yeah, and when we get on hip hop, I really talk about the culture of the underground here. I don't like it. I don't like our culture. It's. I mean, it's a lot of talented individuals. I give y'all that, but the characterize and the way we get down is not conducive to making money or elevating. You know, so I don't look at our culture, and I don't, you know, I've been to a few other cultures, and I can't say it's any different than ours. I'm not gonna say that, I don't know, but I can say this: when I see them working, they're actually working.
Yeah.
You know, they about their money. They got merchandise. They doing their thing.
You know me. I've always said I'm anti-fraternity.
Yeah.
Hold on. This camera.
Yeah, that's the camera.
I'm anti-fraternity, anti-gatekeeper, whatever you want to call it. This ain't on Tweezy. This came from Daddy Rich Mouth.
Dang,
I'm
man.
anti-fraternity. So for all that fraternalize, some get in, keep some out. I'm anti all that.
Yeah, and I'm also waiting on the invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, send an invitation to us. We'll come fuck with you. But until
talk,
then,
man.
y'all won't see nan nother but some action on the outside.
Nan none.
You hear me?
Nan nother.
All right, man. We talked about that. That if you just tuning in, we talked about that Kendrick and Drake battle, and to see where has it went to over this year and a half. We said it hasn't evolved hip hop, but it did pay homage to hip hop. It was needed. It was definitely needed because I did almost think that reality wasn't gonna win this one, but I was proud that it did.
Man,
you know,
straight up.
I've got a question for you and for the audience, man. Rank the top 3 beef battles in hip hop history. Just 3. What would you put in your top 3 and rank them?
Top 3.
Top 3.
I'm gonna have to go with Jay and Nas.
That's the first one.
That's number 2.
Jay and Nas number 2.
I think my number 1 is gonna have to be Kumo D and LL.
Kumo D and LL. There's a wild.
That was. Hey man, straight Wild West.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look that one up, y'all, cause Kumo D definitely felt he won that one. I don't know. I remember that one, and I was a LL. I like Cool Mo D. Don't get me wrong, but I believe LL was younger, so I was just on LL at the time.
You know, I'm an underdog brother. I thought Cool Mo was finna give him that run for the money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you would think so.
You know, the GOAT is the GOAT, as you say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got Cool Mo and LL number 1. I got Jay-Z and Nas 2. And Kendrick and Drake is number 3 with me.
Okay.
That one was fun to observe.
All day.
Because it didn't, as you say, in any way, I don't want, elevate or none of that. But what it did make people start paying attention to lyricism again.
All day.
You know, I think that's what it did for me.
Okay.
But they're my 3 right there.
All right, audience. I'm asking y'all, rank y'all top 3 beef battles. I'm gonna start with my third one. My third one will be it'll be Kendrick and Drake. My second one will be Cube and NWA. Then
That was ugly.
Oh, that was
ugly, bro.
and I projected that Cube won that one. You know, I don't know. I never really asked about who won that one.
I'm gonna have to grab with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no Vaseline? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Most definitely. And then my first one, because it actually, you know, if you want to say beef, this was beef, and that was Pac and Biggie, because it ended in lives getting took. Ooh. So I gotta.
How can we not?
Yeah, Pac and Biggie.
We not? And I think that's the only reason I didn't bring that one up, because it ended in lives being taken. But yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it was a whole thing with that one, man, and that was the most memorable beef. I mean, it was real. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I say Pac won that one, but at the same time, that was a hard one.
Ooh, that was hard.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. That was a hard one, but
you got to hit him up.
Oh yeah. It was over. That was pure anger.
Whoa.
Pure anger.
Like the ether. Like, oh snap!
No doubt,
man. Hey, I'm gonna be 100. When I heard hit 'em up, I said, "Oh, somebody done underestimated Tupac."
Whew.
I didn't know Pac had a hit 'em up in him until I heard it, and then I was like, "Oh."
He was pissed.
And he had them outlaws with him. Get out the way, yo.
Get out the way, yo.
Oh my. Hey man. Yeah, that might be the greatest one of all time.
Yeah.
And I'm be honest, the only reason I didn't say that because it ended in death. You know what I'm saying? But man.
Yeah.
And yeah, that might be the greatest one of all time, man.
Yeah. And that was the thing with Kendrick and Drake, man. It was needed. That was one thing. It was needed. It was like people forgot what hip hop was.
It was time, yeah.
And he did it with lyrics and art. He did it like he mixed a little Outkast,
man.
Andre 3000 in that motherfucker.
It was art, man.
Yeah,
it was art.
You can't, Drake. You can't do that. That guy is soil from the soil. He like, y'all, this ain't finna just be a diss, bro. This finna be a I'm finna paint you, man, masterfully.
Man, he made, after that, man, that was so much art. After that, you couldn't do nothing but view him different. Like, it was put in perspective.
Man.
After that, like, man, that was well needed. Man, everything else was like a little little skirmish or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the other because man, it made a lot of people start making diss records, bro. Like I was saying,
Right.
speaking about the locals, you know what I'm saying? It was a couple scrap matches.
It was
know,
Chris
hey.
Brown and da.
It was a couple people in this local scene though that I said, "Oh wow, I didn't know." You know what I'm saying? BMI Rico.
Okay. Who he go after?
I think that's what started all the. I guess it was Chaz Boy or whatever.
Okay, them two.
He had some stuff that I was kind of fond of.
Okay.
No one will say this. I'ma say it.
Uh-oh.
Chaz Boy took a couple strong swings.
Okay. I remember something about him I wasn't following though.
Even Eternity Black
Oh yeah.
had something that made me say, "Oh wow." I can honestly speak,
All day.
on I was hearing, I was like, "Oh dang, okay," but it made everybody. I know the verses that's gonna be classic to me is always gonna be Gutter Goon Cairo.
Oh yeah. That was dope.
At BB's, they showed up, showed
They
out.
were ready.
That's memorable for me,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? And if I miss some names, it's not no slight to nobody, but BMI Rico did his thing. Chaz Boy had some nice swings. Even though they everybody don't too much care for that guy, but I'm just saying art, and Eternity Black, I heard one of his and was like, wait a minute.
And he R&B or he rap? I know he do R&B most.
I know he do R&B, but this particular one was rap.
Nah.
That I said, oh, okay.
That's why I say, man, it's a lot of talent.
It is,
and that's really, it's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
It got to be more than talent. Got to have something behind that, man. And that's where it's just like, this where I'm at in my life, and I know you got to get there, man. I'm just saying you got to get there sometime. It's like it's a lot of beautiful women. They not all for you.
Yeah,
They can
buddy.
be beautiful, they can be thick, but are they the one?
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at the talent here in St. Louis. Like, you can have, I done met some talented individuals. Talented. But, and I'm not talking about nobody you just spoke of, except probably one person. But I ain't going to say their name. I'll let them figure it out. But if you can be talented, man, and that's all you got. Do you got the professionalism behind you? Do you got the drive?
It's the overall game.
It's the overall game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seriously. You can you can be a dope battle rapper. What else are you? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's some things to think about, man, to consider.
What else are you with that?
Because it's an all-around game. Man.
It's especially now, it's definitely an all-around game. You used to can have the talent, and then that's another thing where I kind of didn't feel sorry for certain artists. If you didn't come to the table with nothing but your talent, and you didn't come with no money, and they the ones who put you on, and you broke now, that's your fault. You do a 1 to 2 year deal, and then you change that deal. Because artist life is not longer. It's about.
You speaking that. Well,
Come
you
on.
dropping them gems right now, bro.
Let's go. I'm just honestly, if
Yeah,
somebody
man.
come with you, want to give you a meal, that's 5 years, bro. You only getting 2 from me, so you can come down on that price. Give me something less. I just want a year to fill this out.
It makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're
man.
not finna give me 10 years and give me $1 million cash advance because this million. No, this million got looking at contract. You got to spend that million on your career.
Oh yeah, it ain't all just a meal in your pocket.
Nah. You better stay broke and spend it on marketing or something.
Yeah.
And then people don't get past that. Ooh, I finna say something.
Man, it costs.
I'm gonna say this. A bum busy will come in your face and say that they're AR and they're a marketing team and they're not nothing near it. You get what I'm saying? Because your mind thinking, no, you got to do your research. You got to do shit because people will grab your money and only grab your money.
Sound about right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So wake your fuck up. All you underground motherfuckers, wake the fuck up.
And they fizzle out so fast. They be here and then you see for a couple weeks, maybe even a couple months, and next thing you know,
Gone.
where they go? Because some people talk a good game, man. And if it is the way that some of them talk, they still be here.
I don't want to hear what
They
got
fizzle
stole.
out. Hey,
Ain't none of you.
I didn't watch one. Dies a nice little bullet. This person was rapping good, and then, you know, you analyze and let me see what.
really going
Oh,
on.
okay, ain't shit really going. Because, man, what's our new saying, bro?
Blunt talk. All right. With that being said, man, we about to go into the last segment. We
Yeah.
call Memoirs of a Forgotten Father.
Ooh, one of my favorite pieces, yo.
Hey, this one, let me make sure. Not taken, only awakened. Yeah, that's the memoir for today. Not taken, only awakened. You know, I talked about coming out of my cocoon stage, man. And I found out this when I stopped smoking weed and drinking, clear out my REM, I get my dreams. I get my REM sleep. When I start back smoking or drinking or smoking more or less, it's not hurting me, but it's just another sleep type. It helps other stuff come out. So it's not bad per se, but it is bad if I continue to do it all the time. So I have to take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Month breaks. It can't be no fucking 2, 3, 4 days. It gotta be months to 2-month breaks, which is cool for me. But my point on that is when I came out of my cocoon stage, it was my birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm letting everything out, bro. I'm letting everything out. Cause I was on a real cocoon stage, bro. I was in it. I was feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So when I got out, I meditated, smoked me some good herbal. Man, and I done mixed all the weed I got together, bro. So I don't know what the one weed is. They didn't even tell me the name of it. But I know I got shout out to Beto's Distillery. I know I got the Gorilla Glue and the Runts Mints. And whatever I got from these other people, I've been smoking on that ever since. Cause it hits a different vibe, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's an eye-opening vibe. It's not a high, it's not a low. It's like something you would do if you meditate. You know what I'm saying? And I got a soliloquy probably a month from now I'm gonna have for that.
Oh, wow.
But this one is strictly talking about what I went through during that cocoon stage and kind of what led me to the cocoon stage and how I'm feeling now. So I hope y'all like it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. This Philosophy Show.
Check me out.
Memoirs of a Forgotten Father.
am blessed. Not sunken, not swallowed, not subdued by the promises of fake prophets or the whispers of phony friends or the flash of fake ballers who see the light in me and try to siphon it for themselves. But what they don't realize is that the Most High gave me these blessings and what's built on divine instruction cannot be stolen by deception. Why do they reach with greedy hands and hungry mouths for what they didn't labor to birth? Why do they try to suck the blood and spirit from what was formed in my sacred grind, in my lonely nights, in my prayers, in my silence? They saw the fruit, but never tended the root. They saw the shine, but never felt the storm. But I am grateful for discernment. Even when I slipped, even when I staggered under the spell of false pretenses, I was never destroyed, only redirected. If I lost anything, it was only the illusion. If something was taken, it meant nothing. Because the truth is, the only thing I truly bought was the reality that these people are lame, fake, and phony. And still, I thank them. I thank them for the theatrics, the shadow play, for making it clear as day that I was looking for something that was never meant to be there. Now I move different, not like a man still searching, but like a man who has seen. And in this past moon cycle, as I sat in silence, I dreamed in symbols of sacred geometry trimmed in blue, silver, and gold. A swallowed truth, ancient and mine, returning to its rightful host. I dreamed of cleansing, of water, of bleach, of the broken ceiling where squirrels used to run wild. A sign to clear my space, clean my spirit, and prepare for the next flight. I've seen prime rib laid out before me, not for gluttony, but as a reminder, there will be feast after the famine. But you gotta be whole when the table is set. And so I end this cocoon stage, not just with wings, but with the vision, not just with motion, but with meaning. They thought they drained me, but all they did was awaken what can't be taken. And I am no longer crawling through confusion. I am rising, clear-eyed and fire-hearted, flying into the next, with no smoke in my chest and no dead weight in my path. This is emergence. This is clarity. This is me.
Yes, sir.
Bro, that felt like some Jap animation. A dude with a sword on his back, just walking and stepping over bones.
Yeah. Yeah, that came from a space where I had to face silence, man. Not for punishment, just for relearning myself, bro. Like, I was just thinking about all the stuff I went through, you know, and been through, and just like, man, it's certain things that people done to me that I done forgave a person $1,500. Like, bro, I don't even want the money. Just I don't want to see you again. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's and that's where a lot of it's like I'm talking about money right now, but that money was connected to trust. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like that's why I say you only awaken what can't be taken. I've been about this, so the things that's been taken from me because of my mistrust or the wrong, just being wrong, period, it only teaches you something. You can hold on to all the other stuff, but even in bad relationships or just period, you really didn't lose nothing when you think about it. You only gained something. If you think about it as you gaining something, you gain knowing more about yourself, you gain knowing how much you can handle, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be, you only gain unless you off this earth, and then that's a whole different situation. But while you here, and you going through all the stuff that you going through, period, I don't care how small it is or how big it is about what have you gained through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. And that's what I've been focused on this whole time, man. Even when I was talking about it, something just came out of my brain, bro. I'm like, man, I gotta find out the hater in me. I can see all the haters outside of me. What about the hater in me? Where it can't be real, all bro. Where is it in me?
That's real, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you can find these things out once you ask these questions, because now you bringing your subconscious up. It's more to that, believe me. You got to really want to know, because why would you hate on yourself? You do. You do.
Man.
You take it as an excuse or something. You know, so I give an example that I gave myself when I was talking about this situation. I'm like, okay, why won't you work out? Okay, I don't want to go in the gym. I don't really like working out in front of people. Okay, go get you some. You don't even need weights to work out. You got a basement? You got somewhere you can go by yourself and do what you do? Yeah, I got a basement. You know, you can do circuits where you do 20 push-ups, get up, do 20 squats, do 30 seconds of mountain climbing, get down and do leg lifts. You know you can do that, right, without weights, right? Oh, me talking to myself, bro. Oh, what? I can go buy some weights and put them and set it up downstairs, because this is my thing. For me, when the Most High give you a gift and you don't use it, that's a sin. But then when you start using it, don't you want to maximize it? Don't you want to live as long as you want to live doing it? Stop hating on yourself. No excuses. Just make it happen. And another powerful thing is 30 minutes is really all you need to work out. Fuck all the other shit people talking about. If you doing 20 minutes worth of working out, 10 minutes worth of stretching, 25 minutes worth of working out, 5 minutes of stretching, you're doing a lot.
You're doing a lot. More than most.
More than most.
Yeah.
So I got into that mode. Fasting. We sit up here, we talk about all this bad food. Everybody talk about the bad food, the bad food, the bad food. Fast. How you gonna talk about bad food and you steady eating the bad food?
Man.
That's the hater in me. I'm still doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I'm not still doing it now. But my point is, you have to become one with yourself. I mean, we talked about the dark side. It's the dark side in you. We got it. You let the dark side out sometimes. You do your month of not doing whatever the case may be. But your focus should be back after that month on doing what you need to do. Make that truce with yourself. I'll let you out. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be let out to where you fucking up the life. You know what I'm saying?
Let out to take over.
Nah, you can't. That's the difference between growing up being a man or a adult or somebody who's responsible than being still a kid because you just want to do what it. When we was kids, that's why we always wanted to be grown. We wanted to do whatever the fuck we want to do. That's why we wanted to get older.
Hey, but when you think about when like you saying, the hater in you says, I want to be grown. And it's not because we want to do what we want. We want to not do what we supposed to know we doing.
There you go.
It's more of, man, I don't really want to do that.
You're right.
Even though I know I should be doing that. And we talking about from a mature, healthy standpoint.
Yes.
Not all that bookery foolishness.
Yeah.
But the things that we know we supposed to do, we want to be grown, so
we don't. That's the hater.
We don't really have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm grown. I can make my own decision.
Yeah, you
I
can.
don't want to do the right thing. That's what we were on when we were kids. I want to be grown, so I don't have to do the right thing.
Yes.
If I don't want to.
If I don't want to.
And that's the hater in us.
And that's the hater. And my thing is, you start drinking, now you're drinking every day. You start smoking, now you're smoking every day. You get what I'm saying? All right, we get it. Listen, the Most High put you on earth to do what you do. And he knows that we're going to sin. There's no way that you're not going to sin. We get that. And that's why that what you said, I want to bring that up today too. Because that was very, very, I needed to hear that. Because it makes more sense in this world. You know what I'm saying? And that's the teachings of laws versus what you say, grace.
Dispensations.
Say it again.
Dispensations.
Dispensation. You said grace. Was grace in there too, or
grace
mercy?
and mercy was the dispensation.
Okay, all right. That makes more sense to me in this world because you can't find anybody who does not sin. If you can show me somebody who don't sin in somebody's eyes, I want you to let me know.
Yeah, it's hard. It was hard to keep the laws. That's what we talked about.
I mean, it's already, let's be real about it though. Thou shalt not kill. I get it, but come on now. I get you don't want us out here killing each other. Do that mean, and I know if I had to use my brain that he's talking about people, I would believe. But you got people thinking he's talking about animals too. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna go the man in the human being situation. Let's just go to some people think he's talking about animals also. Is that true or not? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother thing you'll have to look up. You know what I'm saying? So if we do come to people, and I just give one example, somebody trying to kill a woman, I go kill him instead. Am I wrong? Or better yet, she kill him. Is she wrong? It ain't up for me to make that decision. But if I was thinking morally, that woman didn't have no chance. If she was gonna die or he was gonna die.
She wasn't left a choice. Yeah.
So that sounds more the dispensation. What did I say it again?
Dispensation.
Dispensation sounds more logical to me than following the laws, because if it's really about the laws, then we're all condemned. We're all condemned.
Even in the word it says he looked, he couldn't find one.
Say not one.
Not one.
And come on, that's true. Even look with the story of Moses, bro. Even when I was young listening, I just always was thinking like, why won't they listen? He leading y'all to wherever he leading y'all to. Why won't y'all? Because they're not going to listen. This is human nature. They tell you do one thing, you're doing something else. Somebody over in the cut doing something else. After you just told them, this is not what the Most High want.
That explains the 40 years wandering in the wilderness.
Man, so my thing is, man, y'all make sure that y'all tap into yourself, man. On some personal growth, I got some things wrote down here. It's saying, I used to confuse being pushed out with being forgotten, but I wasn't forgotten. I was just in my cocoon. We think healing has to be public, but most of the real work happens when nobody is clapping. That was one good. I'm gonna say this, man, and I can't say it works for everybody, but it worked for me. When I held back, and I don't put too much on Facebook that don't have nothing to do with business or something I'm doing now still. But once I stopped putting a lot of the other stuff on Facebook and just stuck to business, my views start going up. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be honest, Instagram popping. And you can't really put too much on personal stuff on Instagram anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely, my views start popping up, man. So my beginning of this year, cutting people off and making a decision, and even in my relationship, I'm single now. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't want to even talk about that either, but it's part of me, and I'm feeling. I know you could tell. Hopefully, you can tell now that I'm happier. At first, it was more just getting over it and this and all that. Now it's more like, okay, it's that time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not even looking. I'm not finna sit here and say I'm not a man. I ain't gonna say that. But that's not a priority. You know what I'm saying? The priority is getting myself to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more in tune to who I am. Basically, I put it out, man. I'm falling back in love with myself, man. I'm finding myself.
A lot of people forget. We can talk about all the issues, negative, positive, in your family, relationship, at work, all that. But we don't magnify the healing part.
True
and
that.
I think that's what a lot of people, if more people, let's just say, start to focus on the healing part, you know, man, it's
better to get over it part.
Yeah, you know, man, they were in that healing part is the biggest piece of the forgiveness part. If they more people start to focus on the healing part, it will become easier to usher in the forgiveness.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and man, you'll feel yourself get lighter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what people don't realize, forgiveness is the more complicated part.
It is.
But if we focus more on the healing, forgiveness, I believe, will become easier.
You not lying, because once I start focusing on the healing, and I'll be honest with you, I was really, really mad, bro. Like, I was mad at my important at the time. But once I start focusing on the healing part, you know, people come, well, she da-da-da. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, man. We gonna, you know, I'm open to being friends. I just know it's not gonna be like it was, and that's not a mad thing. That's just a me loving myself more thing. I figured out where I went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't on. Everything is always on me. You know what I'm saying? Because I projected a lot of the stuff onto myself, but at the same time, I know what you were used to. And I just want you to know that that's not what I am no more. That's not it. Because I'll just be honest, man, I was accepting things that I shouldn't have been accepting. And it's only because that's what I was used to. I had to figure that out, you know? Like, I'm like, man, I can't be doing, it can't just be other people. I need to figure out what the hell I was on, and I did. I was accepting less than what I was worth. And it's nothing against nobody, because some people survive off of love. You know, they live off of love. You are one of them people. You're not a survivor person. You live off love. You a love person. That's a difference. There's some people that lives off of surviving. So I'm the type of person who has attracted that, because obviously that's me too. The abuse, the mama, da. You know what I'm saying? So I was confusing things as if it was survival. They were survival. You know what I'm saying? So when it hit where it hits and you figure that out, then you can change. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard. I had to do a cocoon stage to figure it out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I was definitely in love with every woman I was with. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? But I also missed them afterwards. It was always in and out. But this last relationship, it was more like, I had to figure something out, because I was happy in the relationship until I wasn't happy in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? But it was still, how can I say? I was happy being unhappy in a relationship. That's what I can say. Because I wasn't getting what I wanted out of the relationship. I was getting a little bit, but I wasn't getting what I wanted, what I asked for. I wasn't getting it, because we kept having that discussion. You know what I'm saying? And I kept asking. I remember that. That's what made me, I'm like, man, why am I asking for something I should be getting? Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this soliloquy also was hitting on, man. It's just about figuring yourself out, man. Some people are going against themselves and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And even though I can sit here and say that I'm an honest person, I ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying, but I'm an honest person, I'm a good person, but you can't sit here and how can I say it, not point out your dark side, because you got it. Sometimes you don't want to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's real.
You don't want to look at it.
That's real, man.
I had to look at it. I looked at it, and I'm like, man, it's me.
And man, think about it. As we've been saying, a lot of our healing is tied to unforgiveness.
Oh, man.
If not all of it.
Bro, I went all the way back to, you can imagine how your mama talk when you know your mama. You can imagine it. So I started imagining, because I stayed with my mama and my grandma and them my first 5 years of my life. That means something. You know what I'm saying? And I had to think about what was I fed at them young ages. What did they talk like to me? Because they was feeding whatever, and it's not intentional, it's not mean, it's just life.
That's it.
It's just life. So I had to think about that. I'm like, you know what? They done fed me that men ain't shit. Seriously. Like, and it's not nothing bad. I'm just being honest. Because my grandma brought up something to me while we was talking. That's why I put all these signs together. She was like, I remember when you was young and you said that you ain't gonna be like none of the men. I would talk like none of them men you talk about, Grandma. How much stuff I had to hear to say that at that age?
Hey, man, you had to hear a lot. Bro, straight up, to formulate an opinion.
To say that?
Yeah, you had to hear a lot.
So me putting that together is I'm not even being me. I'm being what somebody putting in my head. And that, I can't lie. If you straight trip off of me, I can see that's how I move because, you know, I do have that conscience in my head. I don't want to do, I love women. I don't want to do them wrong. But at the same time, as a man, did I get my chance to be a player? Did I get my, you get
so my royal oats.
I have though.
But that's a question for self. Yeah.
Because I'm being something that it's a that wasn't my own opinion of men. That was formed by somebody else put into my mind, and it kept me there until now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was trying to have a family and try to prove to people that I ain't that when I'm already not that.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? But it's easier for me to try to prove that I'm not like that. Well, in that way, I'm trying to prove it when I shouldn't even be trying to prove it. I should just be walking it and doing what I do. But I was stuck in that for a while, and that's why I was projecting it onto other people, not knowing it. When somebody say something, Carl Jung said this: if you don't bring your subconscious to light, it'll control you, and you won't even know it. Wow, it has. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say in that soliloquy, man, I thank the Most High for discernment. You know what I'm saying? Because it's people that go through this rotation forever and forever. You know what I'm saying? And don't come up out of it. You know what I'm saying? Even with my kids, man, just seeing that opened up my eyes too. You know what I'm saying? Just hearing the reflections coming to me and this and that. And with me not really tripping off of it, it's like, okay, I know why I'm not tripping off. I'm tripping off of it, but I know I'm not tripping off of it because I know why it is. You know what I'm saying? I know why this is happening. Everything I've done up until this time as far as family was done wrong. And I'm not talking marriage and all. I'm talking about done for the wrong reason. I was trying to find something instead of building myself up, healing myself. I wasn't doing that. I was trying to heal it with making a family and being the best. That's what I thought my healing was. Get a family and then do what I was supposed to do for them, and then it'll all be great. It don't work like that, brother.
Hey, how do you pour water in the laundry basket?
Man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We those that pain and hurt creates those types of openings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we never focus on getting to the healing aspect, which brings forth the forgiveness, which mends and heals those wounds, and now we can pour in to that water pitcher
Yes, sir.
with no holes in it. You
All
know what I'm
day.
saying?
Yeah.
But for us as men, and I'm just speaking for the men, we not having them conversations. It's easier to get a pack from the homeboys than it easy to get this conversation.
Real talk.
They'll give you a strap before they sit down and have this healing conversation, this forgiveness conversation with you.
Yeah.
We have to change that. If we talking about repairing and taking our spot back as far as the head of these households,
Mm-hmm.
we got to be able to have these conversations.
Real talk.
We got to be able to and willing to go into that cocoon stage and say, man, I know it's 100 things I could be doing, but this is something I gotta do. Everything else optional. This ain't.
All day.
We have to do this. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yes,
we
sir.
start there.
In the heart, man.
That's how we gonna repair those families. We gotta repair ourselves first.
We do.
And then, okay, now we can take on the world because now we thinking straight. We know who is and the reason why we here
Mm-hmm.
and still here. Why we didn't die in those old sins.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta
Yeah.
repair us first before we can even address that. We gotta address us.
That's real, man.
Man, it's crazy, man, that we can't get a room full of brothers together to have that conversation.
Mm.
And I know it's groups and it's brothers who are doing things,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't necessarily know if it's having this conversation like what we have in that.
Yeah.
The healing, the forgiveness,
Yeah.
the repairing of the man.
Yeah.
Then we can go and address that. We can't go tell our son because he don't see it in us.
True that.
You know what I'm saying?
True that.
How do we tell him how to heal and forgive and we can't do it ourselves? You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah.
man, this is a real conversation, bro.
Especially
And
with
them soliloquies, man. I don't really have the proper words at the time to describe what it is,
mm-hmm.
what they represent. But I know if you keep doing them and you keep putting it out there, we're going to understand what it is, man, because you just don't know how many people you helping with that, man. With showing the vulnerability without losing the masculinity with it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah.
It's too many times where we as men can't be that vulnerable like you do in your soliloquies without compromising the masculinity too.
Yeah.
Man, it's well done, well documented, well spoken, man, well written. It's all of that, man. But it's a story, man, and somebody hearing that and saying, "Damn, man, I didn't even know I was dealing with the same thing." Man, me and Tweezy had more in common than I thought.
Yeah.
Because it's stripped of all the stuff the world has added to us. Nicknames and hoods and titles and status.
Yeah.
It's stripped of all that. It's vulnerable. It's vulnerability at its finest, bro. And man, keep doing that, bro. We're gonna have to turn that into an audiobook, man. I know I just said it 1,000 times, but man, that's where I see it heading.
I'm with
You know what
you.
I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
And they talk about placements for music and all that. But that has a place too. For a placement as far as TVs and commercials and movies. That I'm feeling has a placement, bro.
Hey, Let's get it. Y'all heard him. Let's get it. All right, man. The closing points, man. This year, as I said, man. Now, thank you for them kind words, Daddy Rich. It's the Hall of Famer year, man. I'm not just living for the moment. I'm living how I want to live for the rest of my life, starting now. Woo. Not doing it for likes, not doing it for validation, just moving with discipline and doing the work.
Do the work.
This is the Hall of Fame era, and every day I wake up clear, clean, and still, I know I'm in my lane. That's it for this week episode of the Philosophy Show, man. Thank you, Daddy Rich, for straight out the book and spitting the game to my peoples. Shout out to y'all villages and Soldier by Bloods, man. Next week we going deeper. I'm asking a real question.
Ooh.
How did America elect Donald Trump twice? Hey, check in next time. Philosophy Show.
With the council.
Peace.
Yeah.
16-pad ring. You a fool for this. You know I had to go get the steppers, right?
We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. In the beginning that was life, so I was let's be friends. But at the end of the night, it was by my ends. I'm on the ground with my grind. You can't deny that I'm great. The only thing you can do is up the level on hate. Trump supporters wanna clean our plates. Disguise the debate. Killing the late, we on the slate team. And we ain't talking about holidays. Not for gunplay, but money making their way. But if you wanna take it thorough, we can make it rattle. We prepare the cattle, and we are best at battle. They said was gossip when you brought me in this, but it's my everyday struggle that got me this. It was my mama on welfare, my daddy on crack rock. The grind don't stop. I was raised by hip hop. This one for the culture, black excellent hood nurture. We was raised with virtue. It's our time. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God.
Practice how the lines then. Put the paper to pen. We form Voltron, legal women and men. Destroying competition with a devilish grin. Set the pace in the race, cause we winning again. We the best Midwest, house blessings bestowed. Dominate the interstate, so these suckers will know. You can't penetrate or integrate, the dungeon is closed. Okay, we liquidate, now you're living exposed. Technique, when we speak, rap rugged and raw. Transparent and translucent, going bar for bar. Right like two wheels on the back of a car. Like tight like vice grips on the lid of a jar. We haven't sent, pay the rent, courtesy of the team. It's inevitable, how we severing dreams. It's commendable, how we stepped on the scene. We separating God shit from your devilish schemes.
We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God shit.
Yeah, God shit. Great orderly direction. Showing you how intelligence triumphs.